What's up, guys? Welcome back to Duty's Daggers, and it is the next morning after the California Custom Knife Show. I went, it was great. I got to handle a lot of really amazing knives, and I didn't take video or pictures of anything. So, sorry about that, guys. I just decided I was gonna just enjoy myself and not have to worry about taking out my phone and taking a video or picture. I did that last year. I took a lot of clips and then edited it together into a video with a voiceover. But I just decided to just enjoy myself. So, sorry about that, but I wanted to show you what I bought. I didn't buy a lot. I didn't go with a big budget, but I bought 3 knives. There's one. There's 2, and there's 3. I'm very happy with all of these. I was going with the small hope that I would be able to get a mini Arius, and if I had the opportunity, I would have bought one. I would have come home, freaked out that I spent that much, and had to sell a couple knives to make up for it, but I would have gone for it. The VIPs had really bought a lot of stuff before everyone got in. The doors were open at noon for the regular folk, and the VIPs had gotten there an hour early at 11. And there was so many VIPs. I mean, when I got there like 10 minutes before noon. I looked in the door, and it was like a full show. Like, it was literally a full show in there. And I looked back at the line to get in at noon for the regular people. There was like 15 people. Everyone else had VIP. 15 or 20 people got regular passes. So I think the way to go probably is to pay the $50 for the VIP and just get there at 11. And even then, there's so many VIPs that you're going to have a really hard time getting to get yourself whatever you're trying to get, like a mini Arius or whatever. I think you'd probably have to get there early, who knows how early, and try to get a good spot in the VIP line so that you can be first and run over there and get it. So, who knows if I'll do that ever. I don't ever see myself camping out in a line. I probably could see myself getting there a couple hours early, maybe, to, ensure a good spot in line. But aside from that, I'm good. I'm good on that. But I found some really good stuff. All of these wasn't really expecting to buy. This one, the least of all. But I kind of just walked around and bought a few things that I wanted, I got to handle a lot of really amazing stuff. Really amazing. There was a lot of great custom knives, a lot of really high-end stuff. I got to handle a mini Arius. I met up with Uncommon EDC. You should be subscribed to him if you aren't. Uncommon EDC. Very nice guy, and he was one of the guys that got a mini Arius, and I got to handle it, and holy shit, man, it is perfect. I thought it might be too small, but now that I've handled both the regular and the mini Arius, I would go with the mini one. It's just absolutely perfection. It's just under 3-inch blade. It's amazing. Very, very, very good. So, anyways, let's see what I bought here. This is the cheapest thing I bought from the Artisan Cutlery booth. And it is a mini Pyrite. Look at this thing. I had to. It was $35. Or wait, no, it was $40. They're usually $45 online, and then you got to pay for shipping and tax and all that. So it was a bit of a deal. I had to go ahead and do it. This is aluminum with looks like I don't know if that's anodized aluminum or if that's actually brass or copper, but a little lanyard tube there to give it some color, and it's pretty fun, man. It makes a little tinging noise a lot of the time. I don't know if you're hearing that or not. But, it's tiny, but very easily reverse flickable, very smooth for being such a, small, light blade. I mean, it's completely falling shut. We can get it out, get out my regular Pyrite here to compare. Yeah, it's mini, but it's great. Choke up spot, you know, thin blade stock. This should be a really nice little box cutter, just small EDC knife. Deep carry clip. It pretty much, I think, is just a shrunken down. Yeah, same clip, just shrunken down. And AR RPM 9 blade steel, aluminum handle. I mean, $40 for this. Yeah. Retail, I think it would probably come to around 50, I think, probably, with shipping and tax. I think that's a good deal. Mini Pyrite. Had to do it. They even had some in Ultim, and I was tempted, but those are a little bit more. And I think this green and brass looks nice. Next, the Protech booth was swamped as usual. There was a show exclusive Malibu and Mordax. I really wanted the Mordax, but it was a black coated blade, and I just am not really into black coated blades. Aside from that, it was really nice. But if it had been a satin blade, I probably would have gotten a Mordax. But I didn't. Instead, I went for this. A runt. A freaking little runt, man. I'm on a little bit of a tiny knife kick, as you could probably tell. This is really nice. It's the textured aluminum. Deep carry inset clip. And look at this thing. It's a sheep's foot blade in Magna Cut. This is probably the best version of the Runt. Aside from, like, I've seen some really cool copper ones and fancy ones, but I think this is probably the best standard one. It fires so damn hard, man. It's insane. It really, you know, I've been wanting to compare it to this knife because this thing fires very hard as well. And comparing them for the first time right now, the Protech fires a little harder. That's crazy. Because this fires very hard too. This is nice. It's a 3-finger knife. You could probably get 4 on it if you choke all the way up right here. But just a really handy blade shape, you know, sheep's foot with a little belly in Magna Cut. Fires extremely hard. Great deep carry pocket clip, like I said, with a little flat spot right there, so it's not going to rub on your pants. This is just a really nice little lightweight carry. This would be such a good knife to put in your waistband in your athletic shorts when you're going for a run or whatever. Just really handy. I've always wanted one. Protech Runt. And lastly, the big purchase for me for the show is this right here, the Berg blades. I have never bought or handled any of Berg blades designs. This is one that I met up with a subscriber recently, Oliver, and he brought his to show me, and I knew I really wanted it. And then when I saw it was at the show, I just had to go for it. And that is the Sweeney. The Berg Blades Sweeney. Look at this thing, man. Epic dark stone wash on the titanium and micarta. I cannot get enough of titanium and micarta together. I just think I would rather have this than fat carbon or camo carbon any day. This just to me looks incredible. And once this micarta patinas and starts to wear in, it looks even better. I just love this finish. It's the same type of finish that's on my my Rosie, as well as my Surge Slip 7. Kind of a real nice dark stonewash. It's one of my favorite finishes. I love it so very much. It's gonna hide every scratch. It looks amazing. This knife is amazing. Excellent clip. It goes in and out of the pants so well, and it's completely just flat, no hot spots, hidden screw. We have a top flipper and a deployment hole. We're perfectly centered. I guess it's a frame lock slash bolster lock. I love how the bolster is kind of unique. It's not just a line right here. It comes down a little further, and we got a little, whoop-de-doo curved line right there. And check this out, baby. Oh yeah, that same finish is on the blade. This is a very good looking knife. This is a sexy, sexy knife, man. Very good action. You can hold it choked back right here, and there's also a really comfortable, nice flat spot right here that's meant for choking up. These edges are super, super rounded off right here, so choking up is very, very comfortable. Even though there's not like a pronounced, cutout for the choke up spot, it's a very comfortable area right here. Super comfy. The sharpening choil is done really nicely. The plunge guide could be a little tighter, but you'll get a couple sharpens out here before you even get into where it's thickening up a little bit. Extremely sharp edge, unbelievably sharp. It's seriously up there with some of the sharpest factory edges I've seen ever. Lock bar access is excellent. On bearings, titanium backspacer, really unique front slash top flipper. It's not quite a complete top flipper, and it's not a complete front flipper. It's kind of right in the middle, and the jimping is grippy. It is just a real pleasure flipping this thing out. It feels so natural. You don't have to make sure your thumb's in the right spot. You pull it out of your pocket, you put your thumb up here, and you pull it back. That's all you do. So easy. The D10 is excellent. The reverse flick is excellent too. Whoops. I'm trying to wrap my arm around so you get a better view. The thumb flick as well. You can do the over the top deal. You can do this deal. But my favorite is just, it's so good, man. So good. Gosh. This is just it's a sexy knife to me. It's a knife that's going to look better and better as it wears in and kind of patinas. It's going to keep looking good and better and better and better. 20 CV blade steel. It's not crazy thin behind the edge, but it's decently thin. This should be a decent slicer, and it's a nice drop point with pretty good access to the tip. So it just should be a very, very versatile blade shape. I love it. I really, really am happy with it. He also had some other designs there that I've never handled, like the Slim, the Berg Blade Slim, I think it's called. The Barber as well. There was a Barber, I think, was it Barber button lock? I can't remember. There was one button lock on the table that was very nice. So yeah, these are my purchases, man. Nothing crazy, but I'm very, very happy. This is Riot made, by the way, the Sweeney. Not sure if they're available right now. I think they're a little over $300. I paid $300 at the show. I think regular retail is like $320 or something like that. I really recommend this. I'm gonna do a cut test with it, so we'll see how it cuts, and then I'll be able to fully recommend it. But just judging from the action, how it feels, the solidity of everything, it is rock freaking solid. No, detent play, nothing. Just, it's a Riot, so it's very well made. It's just excellent. It's really excellent. It's going to look great with my EDC, It's going to go great with my Slip 7. I should get out the Rosie, too, so we can see all the dark stonewash goodness. Look at that, dude. Oh, my gosh. That is pure sex. Oh, man, I love it. I just love that finish so much. So, yeah. That's it. I think it's probably the best on the Rosie, I gotta say. It's a little more, especially on the blade, it's a little more heavy, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, you can see the difference there. It's heavier. It's like it was tumbled longer, or however they do it. The Slip 7 is a little bit more tumbled than the Sweeney, but the Rosie is still, I think, the best example of a dark stonewash that I've ever seen. So that's it, folks. Had a great time. Met some subscribers, some fellow content makers. Met up with Vu, good old Vu, and Uncommon EDC, like I said, Patina Turner, and a few others. And it was great. If you came up and talked to me, I really appreciated that. It was great meeting some people. Last time I went, I literally didn't meet anybody. It was, my channel was much smaller then, so it was just great to see that I'm making more friends and connections, and I had a blast. I really had a blast. I'm going to be coming to the one in Atlanta in next year, so I'm going to be there, and I think it's in June. Yeah, I'm going to be there. It's in Georgia, I think. Yeah, it's in Atlanta, Georgia, I think, again. I'm going to make the trip. I'm going to fly out there. I'm going to do it. So that's something to look forward to. If you're going to be there, it's going to be awesome. My first big show. My dad also came with me to this one. He came last time too. It's kind of I guess it's one of our traditions now. And he had a good time. He bought they just moved, so he wanted a nice box cutter. He found a really cool one that's made here in the U.S. The guy has a patent on the mechanism. It's really kind of cool. It's cool. I'll link it down below, actually, so you guys can check it out. It's a aluminum frame. It's kind of like almost like a bolt action slider actuation. And he also got a flashlight for my mom. She's been needing a flashlight. He got a great deal on a nice titanium light. I'm not sure. I can't remember the brand. But, yeah. Good stuff. Thanks, guys. Please like the video before you leave. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.